Hi guys, welcome to Perfxct Ten, the day after the date, where we break down what happened on the night out. Perfxct Ten, are you all ready? I'm excited. We have one of our datees here
Stop
with
it.
us. He was a datey, guys.
Stop it.
Funny story about that.
Funny story about that.
My brethren back out, and Jay and Ace has to take one for the team. Big up
Yeah,
Ace.
of course. Big up the full-time
Yeah,
team. Always
yeah.
stepping up when they are needed.
Yeah, but it was fun. So, we just want to give a little recap on how Perfxct Ten even came into being.
Yeah, an in-depth recap.
Yes, an in-depth recap. So, gosh, give them the real full story, right?
Yeah, the real full story.
So the real full story is, I saw this other speed dating event that was called to happen, and I
Right.
found the marketing for it to be so lame, you know. And I
Let's not be harsh. Hey, hold on. The thing is, it just
it was lackluster.
I feel like if I had to be real, I feel like it didn't give. There was no romance, or not. It's not to say speed dating is supposed to push love, right? But it looked like a board meeting. That's I guess that's what I wanted to say. It looked like you wanted me to attend a board meeting.
Yeah, it was really lackluster. And I remember Jay and I were in Starbucks, and we were actually talking about something more season 2. Oh, look out for that. But yeah, we were actually talking about that, and I was just like, hey, I saw the speed dating thing, and I found it look kind of lame, and I feel like we could do a better job, and, you know, we could market it real good. And Jimmy was like,
Okay.
okay. He's like, you sure you want to do this? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, well, all right, let's do it. So we now have a new talk and do mantra.
Correct.
Now, if we say we talk and we say something, we're going to do it.
Yes.
So basically, that's how Perfxct Ten was birthed from. Us in Starbucks just saying, that other event looks lame, let's try to do one better. Jay came up with the majority of the ideas, though.
No, stop it. Let me just go back to that one,
You
right?
did.
Which, in retrospect, is, I don't want to say it's crazy, because that's how you should live. You should speak something into existence and actually execute, right?
Right.
But I have to say that I am proud that we did it, because we could have really sit down and just talk about, hey, we could do better, because that's what people do.
Yeah.
People love to say, criticize, and then, you know, when the question is asked, oh, so could you do better? We tried at least,
we
right?
tried.
We don't want to get swallowed and say we did better, but we did.
We did all right. We did all right. We think we did all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said, you know, we hit the ground running.
Right.
How long we took to do this? Probably like a month or a month and a
Yeah.
half.
So our original date was about 6 weeks after we spoke about it, which would have been April 29th.
Right.
And then when we realized that, we
had
are a
nothing
little
organized.
ambitious. We've been a little too ambitious. We simply changed it to May 13th.
Yeah. So
we
probably
realized
like
we
a
were too
month,
ambitious.
2 months, like 2 months after.
So we gave ourselves a 2-week extension, basically. It was a 2-week extension, which that's not that bad.
No. I
That's
think
not
we
that
did
bad.
really well. So yeah, as I was saying, Jay came up with the majority of the ideas for
Stop it.
Perfxct Ten, right?
Stop it.
And he came up with the ideas of having actual dating stations, because I don't know if you're familiar with speed dating on the whole, but it's
Right.
just usually like a chair and a table, two chairs and a table. You sit down opposite from each other and you just
Talk. Yeah.
about random things for 5 minutes or whatever the case is, right? But Jay had this concept of actually creating dates. So we had so many dating stations, and I hope you insert some of them here.
Yeah. We're gonna get
So we had
some
brief
cutaways.
recap. We had a tea making station, so you
Right.
could come and make tea for your date. We had a park. Actually, where I'm sitting right now was actually a park. So we had a park
Yeah.
bench with a street lamp where you could have come and be in the park.
Yeah.
We had a music station, so you were able to listen to music, play your favorite music for
Yeah.
your date. We had the photo booth station. We had some
Right.
props that you probably would have seen some people with like wigs on and stuff. We had a bar station, like with an actual bar where you could have ordered drinks at the bar. We also had a study, like a library station. We had a Mako station, so it was similar to like if you're in a gallery, you know, you go outside the gallery and they sit down and they Mako.
And then just Mako some
So it was
people, yeah.
overlooking, so it's overlooking the entire date area on top there. So you could look down and you're like, that's the roast station. So if you want to go and roast other dates, you were free to do that. We also had a restaurant station, so it was literally restaurant settings. We had a
which
therapist.
was really nice.
It was really
Big up-
romantic.
big up-
Like we're
big up
gonna show
Cheyenne
you
for that
clips.
one.
Yes, big up Cheyenne,
for
big
that
up
one.
Cheyenne.
We bringing Cheyenne on for the other day after. But we still have more
The next
perfect.
day.
Yeah, the next day.
Yeah.
we have more to talk about. But yeah, big up Shan for that one.
Yeah, for sure.
And last two were therapy and
Therapy, we had therapy, a therapy station, as well as the lounge station.
yeah.
Oh, we also had the money budgeting
We had a
station.
budgeting station
Yeah,
for sure.
where you could have gone and basically say how you would spend your money
Yeah,
in terms of travel, food, etc. So yeah, we had 11 stations in total.
correct.
And it was real vibes.
Yeah.
So Jay, tell us your experience as a deity. How was that for you?
Well, let's start with breaking the, I guess, negative perception of speed
what
dating,
dating
right?
is, right? Yeah.
Because I would admit, because we did this on Foy's Law as well. I would admit that I would probably have been reluctant to sign up for a speed dating event.
Right.
Because the perception is, if we're being honest, the perception is, oh, well, if women sign up for the speed dating event, it's probably that they're not desirable or something wrong.
Right.
Why? Because why would you need to sign up for speed dating? But,
Right.
I mean, you look at the woman who came there and was like, wow, what are you doing here? That's crazy. Because
Yeah.
because what I'm saying is, let's
They were so
no,
hot.
they were,
Yeah.
right? They were. And what it made me realize is, okay, and this is the beautiful thing about speed dating, and fellas, respectfully, we had to kind of fight up to get fellas, but y'all are missing out, because I'm telling you that this speed dating event simply created the opportunity to have a proper conversation with somebody. As a fella, I would have definitely said on more than one occasion, when I look at a woman, and maybe in a party or a bar, I would say to myself, yo, if I had just had the opportunity to talk to this girl, I feel she would really give me a shot.
Yeah,
You
I
understand what
get
I'm
you.
saying?
Okay.
And this is what essentially Perfxct Ten created. It was an actual opportunity to have a conversation with someone where, in this case, they were receptive to the conversation. Because not just because you can walk up and talk to anybody, they ain't bound to listen.
Yeah.
So I think that what my experience showed me is that, yo, listen, the opportunity to have conversations and properly get to know somebody, even if it's in a brief space of time, is needed.
Yeah.
Because most of the places where we lime, bar, loud music, you had to reach up in somebody's ears to talk to them. You had to stay there awkwardly because the music loud and just drink and,
Hope for
so
the best.
how was your day?
Yeah. I know for the best.
Yeah.
But I really like how I like how we did the different stations, because we actually created a social setting. So it really didn't feel like, all right, yes, although you're sitting talking to the person or whatever the case is, you actually felt like you were at that space, that you were in that,
Correct.
in that setting, and I really like that.
And let's not
Really
forget,
cool.
this is still a service we provided.
Yes.
So we had to put effort into
Of
making the
course.
experience lovely. So it wasn't just about, doing it for some kind of psychological reason. It was meant to be an experience at everything, because that's what a date should be.
Exactly.
A date should be an experience.
Yeah.
So let's get to the administrative side of things. Now, we had a small issue on the night.
Yeah. Oh my! I think.
ChatGPT set us up. But
Yeah, we
go
had a
ahead.
few. We had a few issues. So one of them was the dating orders. So what we would have done was try to pre-match people for
Yep.
the dates. For us, it was 10 dates in total, right? So we had 10 males, 10 females, 10 dates in total, and we were trying to match each person for each round.
Yeah, we basically like an itinerary. Each person knew who they
Basically.
were going to date
Each,
next. But
right?
yeah.
However, Jamil used.
Yeah, ChatGPT set me up.
Yeah, they put two people twice, right? And from that, it just went
Yeah,
downhill.
went
That was probably from like round 5
Yeah,
or
5.
6 or
But
something
here
like
was
that.
my thing, though. Here was my thing, though. I think the individual. Come, Navi, come here. Come online with me. I think the person who first realized that they went on a date with a person twice should have given a blind. And I think I know who it is.
Don't call on names.
I ain't gonna know
But
names.
I think I
Obviously,
know
we're
who
not
I'm
gonna
about
do
to-
people,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I think what happened is that one guy was so his breath was taken
Captivated.
away
Yeah, he was
by that
captivated
one
by that
particular
date.
woman that when he realized, wait, I could go twice, he just went twice.
Yeah, I think so too.
Which again, fellas, just shows y'all the type of women that pulled up to the event. Men already lose their mind.
Man was
so.
Bazadi. So yeah, so we had that little issue. So what happened was, afterwards I was just like, okay, guys, it was too much. It was too much to try to go through to fix all the pairs. We were like, okay, just date somebody that you have not dated before. But it ended up being a situation where sometimes people had to go on second dates because the order was already mixed up and somebody would have gone on a second date before.
Correct.
So it ended up in situations where some people had to go on a date twice. Some of our other team had to, who weren't in the speed dating at all, including myself, had to go on dates just to ensure
Which makes no sense because there would always be somebody free if there are 10 men and 10 women. You understand what I'm saying?
Wild.
So I don't know how that happened.
I don't know how it was happening.
I think
either.
somebody went home in between or something because there's no way that
I
that
don't
doesn't
know
make
how
any
it was
sense.
happening, but like some people were without dates and stuff, and it was just really wild. So I know that some of the full-time team end up going on dates with the Perfxct Ten cast, to just ensure that everybody had a date.
Somebody to talk to.
But it was, somebody to talk to. But it was fun. Like my date that I went on was at the study. I think I was already free one because I wouldn't choose to go.
Probably.
To go to that one. But I was like the only free one, so I went to that one, and it was fine. And like the 10 minutes was done really quickly though. Like
that means the conversation.
The time was flying fast.
That means the conversation was good. So imagine I would have read other speed dating events would have been 3 minutes. That would have been crazy.
3 minutes.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
Yeah, that's too much. Cause like I remember
That's too little.
one of the participants, she was saying like it was fun. But like her social battery started running out because, it's 10 different people that you're getting to know within the space of time, right? And it's 10-minute conversation. So it's like, okay, you just started to learn about this person and then you're now thrown into a new person. You understand? So she was like saying, I'm having fun, but my social battery is like depleting because I have to talk to all these people, So I could see how that would have been, a bit, could throw you off, especially if you're not like a socialite or you don't really engage with people that much or that often.
Well, kudos to that person for trying because they would know that their social battery depletes in situations like this. So kudos for trying, and that's what we encourage people to do.
Yeah,
give it a try.
Yeah,
you will probably, as you saw in our testimonials, it's probably more fun than you think.
It was. I had a lot of fun hosting.
Yeah. I had fun. I had fun being in. I'm not gonna lie.
Still here. I still have a sore throat. Perfxct Ten was 3 weeks ago. Yeah. I still have a sore throat. So that's the next thing we need to get for. I didn't think I would need a mic for the event.
I don't think you did, but I don't know. I think your sore throat will happen.
No,
well, let's bring it. No, we could bring it. I don't know.
I think we need it for the next event because this is very ghetto.
It's ghetto.
How I was singing by the 8
8 minutes. 8 minutes, guys. So you'll have 2 minutes left. I'm gonna do that.
But anyway. I had a lot of fun timing recent. I would try to time. Some of y'all get like 12 minutes. I think sometimes because
for sure.
Well forget.
Because Risa forget to look at it for it to be 8 minutes, and then it was 10, and then it went 2 extra for sure.
Yeah. We know that like it went sometime like. It had a couple 12-minute dates in
for
there
sure. I know that too because one of the dates I was on, I definitely was like 10 minutes going for sure because I just look at the number more. I was like, 10 minutes going for sure.
Oh my gosh! So you were counting the time, okay? So
no, just for one date.
That wasn't the best date.
But anyway, so I know the aftermath. People getting matched. You know what I mean? So what I want to say personally, because mostly it's really fellas would probably be the ones who would get rejected first. Let's be honest, right?
Right.
So fellas, if you feel like you go to an event like this and you get nothing, you get no matches out of it. Now you have to remember that no matches just means that the person you picked didn't pick you.
Yeah, let's just explain what a match is. So basically we had scorecards.
Right.
With each person listed
designated
on it.
Number, yeah.
And so say Jay and I would have gone on a date together. And it would have basically been a yes and a no box.
Yeah.
So if I vibe with Jay, I could have clicked yes. And if he tick yes, and if he
tick
vibe
yes
with
as well?
me, he tick yes, then it's a match.
Right.
But if I ticked yes and he ticked no, then it's not a match.
Right.
So that's the matches we're talking about. So each person was required to tick either yes or no on that particular on their date, right?
Right. So the thing about the possibility of you getting no matches just means that the person you pick didn't pick you.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that nobody picked you.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that nobody picked you. And that is what happened in most cases actually when people probably got 1 or 2 matches is that a few people picked them, but they didn't pick them back. Right?
Yeah.
So in cases like that, I just want to encourage people to keep trying because in real life, things don't always go your way.
Correct.
In real life, I've definitely gotten rejected in life, and you're not gonna stop.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So even if
Love
you
is
don't,
lovely.
right, even if you don't choose Perfxct 10 for your next outing,
Yeah.
I don't think you should equate not being matched to being undesirable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we try to, when it comes to communicating with people, I mean, the brand is a very cheeky brand, so we are not going to make anything sound too serious.
Right.
But we really want to encourage people to, like, yo, there's more fish in the sea. Like, don't by any means give up on yourself.
Yeah. Nah, it was a fun experience, and I think that we've had also an influx of people trying to register. So to everyone who would have sent requests, who would have filled out the form and had not been contacted as yet, we do apologize, but we've had an influx.
Yeah, coming on to the end, a lot of people changed their mind.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted to come in and join, and we were not able to facilitate that because it's only 20 people. However, we do have more events coming up.
Correct.
So we will definitely be keeping in contact with you guys for those of you who want to do the speed dating event. But we think we're off to a really good start. The feedback was phenomenal.
The feedback was excellent, yeah.
Yeah, we even have people who said they want to invest.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, who want to invest because they see the vision.
Thought it was, yeah.
They thought it was so good. They want to invest in it. They see the vision, and you know, we just want to make dating great again.
Yeah, make dates great.
Dick.
Make dates great.
Did I say dick?
No, that's fine. You said make dating great again. No, it does make dating great again.
Great.
Yeah, make dates great again. Yeah, I think I could put on a hat.
Yeah.
That's a real good. That's actually
That's
a
how
pretty
he's
good.
buttoning his shit in the middle of the wrap up, right? After the wrap up is like almost finished. Oh, he's wrapping up. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, no. I think that make dates great again is a good slogan for the thing. Yeah.
Make dates great. Oh, yeah.
But I mean, we are about
Perfect.
networking and stuff too. So it's not just going to be date. We
Right,
might have
yes.
some
You
business
want to talk
mixers
about
coming up.
Yeah, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, here's the thing. Our next step is to create. Now, a few people would have reached out and suggested, you know, I really like how your branding is. Why you all don't create an app? Okay, so we are not going down the road of trying to make a dating app in particular, primarily because dating apps already function in Trinidad quite well. And I don't think, maybe it might change in the future, but right now I don't think we're positioning ourselves to be that, because essentially, if you go on a match on a dating app, you go on by yourself.
Yeah.
We are specifically creating experiences that will allow people to date in a comfortable setting, right?
Yeah, and the date happens one time.
Right. That being said, we are developing something called a 10 Club. That's the tentative name, where you can pre-register with all your information, i.e. your pictures, your social media, some form of identification, because again, we are dedicated to creating a safe experience. And personally, I think if you're not willing to give us some kind of information about yourself, then no, we wouldn't want you, because again, you would not go on a date with a complete stranger who you know nothing about. Same thing applies here.
Yeah.
So members of the 10 Club will get exclusive access even before we start to promote anything.
Yeah.
An opportunity to register and lock your spot for the event. So that is the thing we are developing right now. We are newbies, we are rookies in this space, so we are learning, but I think this is a really, really good start and a good initiative. Yeah.
And we definitely, as Jay would have mentioned, we want to do some networking with businesses as well. We don't know the format of what that would look like as yet, but it is something that we are interested in doing, having business mixers and mingling.
Correct.
Because we also want to promote and push local, right?
Yeah. Your dates and your dreams, right?
Your dates
your
and
date in life and your dream.
And your finances, because you need money to date. So,
correct.
Yeah, this was the best. I think
Flirt with your finances.
The best $200 dates.
Facts. The value was crazy. I'm sorry, the value was crazy.
And after Perfxct Ten, after the event, we actually had like a little line.
Correct.
So, because we had drinks, we had food after.
Correct.
People stayed back. Some of the dates, there was an 11th date, but we won't go there.
Yeah, there was an 11th date. That's just what happens. It was love was in the air. There was an 11th pairing. There was an extra participant. That's all we're gonna say.
Yeah. So the after party actually formed extra bonds after bonds.
That's what I'm saying.
You know? So it was really nice. It was really nice, and this is a fun experience. Big up to the whole FullTime team.
As
came
always, we
through.
calling names. Big up Shay, big up Malika, big up Risa, all y'all for pulling through. Big up
Yeah.
Asa for sure. You understand
Yeah,
what I'm
Ace for
saying?
filling in
Big
a
up
role.
Malik for pulling. Malik held it down for sure.
Yes,
And
Malik was on the beautiful footage.
and of course, big up the other members of the team, even though they didn't pull in. Big up Darren, big up Natalia, big up Brendan always.
Broop, 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 broop.
Everybody pushed it, everybody supported it. There was no shortage of
Support and
love for this
yeah.
thing. That really just came out of nowhere. Like if we being real,
And big up Jay.
if we being real, yeah. Pat on the back. It just truly came out of nowhere. But it's a beautiful thing to say something and then do it. And it will
and
always
do.
be a beautiful thing to do that.
Talk and do. So that's just like a little motivation, guys. You say you're going to do something.
Yeah, try it. Just
Just
give
do
it a
it.
shot. Give it a shot.
Yeah, give us a shot
Give
because
it a
who
shot.
would have thought that we would have really done this and
Yeah, we have our next brand in our hands. I'm going to front at the beginning of
Yeah.
forming full-time. This was not on my mind at all.
at all.
And
no, it wasn't all.
this is now something just because we made a shot. We gave it a shot.
Yeah.
You never know what could come out of. So now we have our next brand in our hands. That's crazy in a good way.
So we have a tentative date for the next one.
Well, it looking like we somewhere in August, to be real honest. It looking like we somewhere in August.
August? Why so far?
Don't be like that. You remember last time we take 6 weeks? I mean, we probably
But
don't
I
need
mean, we
6
don't
weeks
need I
again.
don't think we need 6 weeks
We
again.
don't need 6 weeks again, but I talking about from the time we launched. All right, here what. We looking around July, folks.
I think like first week in July. First, second week in
Ma'am,
July.
behave. Behave.
Second week in July, like 6 weeks from now.
All right, okay.
All right, so something somewhere along those lines. Second
Somewhere
week
along
in
those
July.
lines, right? For the latest people, early August. For the absolute latest, early August, right? Because honestly, I feel like we could do a pre-Christmas thing. We might be able to do a pre-Christmas thing. I'm not sure, right?
Yeah, I think it's just getting getting secured people on all they want to register only to pay. That is the only way it's secure. They can't say yeah and thing.
Yeah, do it. We would do yeah extra. Yeah, and thing. Nah.
Yeah,
And I assure you this time spots will go fast. And again, fellas, because the women's spots booked up like nothing.
yeah.
Right? Fellas, don't take it from me. Take it from me. This is not something you want to
There
miss.
was a real cute guy who messaged me like literally the day of Perfxct Ten. He was like, "Oh my gosh, I messaged too late," and I was like, "You could still come." Okay, definitely gonna contact him for the next one and be like, "Listen, it's your time."
Yeah,
now."
and I have a virgin who I know in the dance community who was like a vex. He actually commented that he missed this one. So
Right, I
everybody
saw
who
that.
vex is going to be happy when we message you.
Yeah,
We
it's
hope
gonna
so.
be your time now.
It's your time.
Yeah, guys. So this was the Perfxct 10, the
The
day
day
after the
after.
date,
And here comes Navi.
and here comes Navi.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
that's
see you
about
all
it.
for the next one.
We'll see you all for Perfxct 10+1.
Bye.
Bye-bye.